Okay, the lighting is not fabulous here, and I'm trying to figure out how to work with my tripod, but I just wanted to do a quick flip through or a quick rundown of some of the projects that I've been working on in between, you know, all the other projects. I have so many, it's insane. So I just finished binding this last night. I have not finished the inside covers yet. I have these pages here, which are the original title pages, which will go in the front and the back, but it's Western theme. Sorry for the lighting. I'm trying not to get that reflection going on there, but I just had a collection of Western themed books that I pulled from, and you know, it's very eclectic, as is my style. And I will be decorating the first signature in this book and be selling it in the new year. There's no way I'll get it done before Christmas or before the end of this month. So anyway, it's just used tan cardstock and a gingham fabric to bind it to the cover, and then just using this is actually one of the illustrations from the book, and yeah, some sheet music, Western theme. So everything in this book is Western theme. So it's not quite done, but it will be, and it will look cool. This is the second Western theme one that I'm working on right now, and this is actually a gift from my housemate who grew up on a ranch in southern Washington. She is 83, and so this is the same type thing. The cover is not complete, not done. I used file folders for each of the signatures, and it's essentially the same thing, you know. Aged paper. This I actually used. This is from the book Girl of the Golden West. I love the cover, so I'm going to try and find another book for myself to use. And I have a box full of cowboy, cowgirl stuff. So this will get decorated throughout, and then she can add photographs from her time growing up in ranch country in Washington State. So it will be fun when it's done. So that's another in process. Then I have this, I'm not gonna mess around with the tripod. This is one of these Lands and People books. There's, I think, 5 or 6 in the series, and they all come with these beautifully printed covers. This is for Japan, Mount Fuji. So again, it's bound, but not finished. I have to put these 3 pages in the covers somehow. And again, I've used file folders to wrap each of the 2 signatures, and it's full of Japanese ephemera for the pages. And I will do the same thing that I do with all the books that I sell, which is decorate the first signature and leave the second naked for the new owner to add their own stuff to. It's full of travel brochures and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I had thought about giving it to my daughter because she's planning on taking a trip to Japan, but then I found this really sweet little vintage photo album that I'm going to rebind for her so that she can have it as a small travel journal and actually take it with her when she goes to Japan. So this is an old Japan Airlines brochure that I thought was really cool. So anyway, and I loved this rice paper with the butterfly sandwiched in between. I just thought it was beautiful. So it's actually really a really pretty journal. It's got lots of interesting papers in it. All basically Asian, specifically Japanese ephemera. There's another brochure. Flips open. So avocado stained paper. It's kind of pink. And then this is an original. This is one of the original pages from the book. An illustration. So, and I will include some of those in some of the pockets, so that whoever takes this home can continue to add Japanese stuff to it. So that's that one, which I think is very lovely. Here's the one that I have made the most progress on. It's Middle East. It's the Near and Middle East. And these are minarets and mosque. I think I found a postcard of the actual site. And I believe it's in Turkey, but don't quote me on that. So this one I'm making Egyptian themed. I'll do the same thing as I did with the castles, because there was a castle book that I had 3 or 4 copies of it. I made one for Spain, one for France, and one for Italy. So I will use, I have another one of these books. I will use that one to make Turkey or Afghanistan, or, you know, one of the other Middle Eastern countries that I have some ephemera for, and use the same book, but make it a different country inside. So I made a very large journaling card from one of the illustrations from the book, and I decorated it with some stuff. It could be, and then I included the text from the photograph that was in the book, turned it into a journaling card. And the reason I have so much Egyptian stuff is because I bought at an estate sale here locally a travel itinerary for a class that the UW taught for people who are traveling to Egypt. So I've included some of that stuff in there. This is a brochure from that, and then this is a newspaper article about Cairo. I won't open it up all the way. And then, of course, the postcard is the pyramids. I love this photo. It's from National Geographic. No, I'm telling a lie. It's from this book. And I just loved the color of the burqa that she's wearing. Normally they're blue, but this one was really pretty. So I kind of zhuzhed it up a bit with sandpaper and made it look aged, and then kind of inked around the edges. And I've included a book plate, so whoever buys it can put their name on it. And then I put the title page on the inside here. And I'll do the same thing. I'll decorate the first signature and leave the second one bare. And it's just full of different kinds of pages from the book and different kinds of vintage papers. So this is cool. And the pages from the book are not all Egyptian. Some of them are from other Middle Eastern countries, but here's some tall minarets. This is a journaling card, and I've wrapped around the text and put a little butterfly on there. This is a handwritten notes from the class that that this person went on this trip to the Middle East. Yeah. There was a set of slides included with the itinerary, and so this is a slide from one of the sites that they visited, along with the description of the slide. And then another National Geographic illustration of the pyramids. So I think it's kind of fun. And then, of course, a big envelope that you can put stuff in. I'm sorry the screen is so close up, but I just can't. I don't have the energy tonight to mess around with my filming technique. A little hotel sticker from Cairo and a stamp, postage stamp with the pyramids on it. another page of the Sea of Galilee. So it's just, and I like to make the pages all sort of different widths and heights to give it some visual interest, you know, make it more fun. At least I hope so. This was the text from the folder. I don't know what it says. I'm assuming it's Arabic, but it's a belly band, so things could be slipped in there. And then there's the second signature, which is slightly different. I also try to use different papers in each of the signatures so that there's as little repetition as possible. I did dye this. I don't know how I got that effect, but I like it. It looks, kind of reminds me of the sand of the desert. Sheet music. This is actually an old paper placemat from a restaurant. Got vegetables on it. This is the newsletter from the class. Oops, a little red thread there. I have red threads on my sewing machine. This is some Royal Craft shelf paper. I just like the color for this particular book. The desert. So there would be lots of space for writing and adding to this. There will be pockets that the new owner could slip their own brochures and note cards into. Lots of room to grow. So that is this one, which is basically finished. Just needs to be added to a little bit more. And then it can go to a new, I love the bright yellow on the cover. It's just so vibrant, and it makes me think of the heat of the region. So anyway, there's that one. Then I have a quick little Christmas one that I just finished up last night. Same thing, haven't done the inside covers yet, but this is just, you know, pages of Christmas stuff. Although that's not really Christmas, but it's got some interesting graphics on it. Recipe books, sheet music, you know, the typical stuff for a junk journal. This is an old, these are, I think I'll leave those open so those can be easily slipped into. That one I might glue or sew closed. Again, lots of writing space. And just fun stuff. It's just a quick little single signature junk journal. I'm gonna probably add something to the front to just cover up this flaw here and, you know, make it look a little bit not so junky. This one is, it's been reserved. My customer bought the other Ann Fellows Johnston Christmas junk journal that I listed in my shop a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. She bought it, and then I told her I had this one, and she's like, can I get that one too? So same thing, I have to finish the covers inside, but I started kind of putzing around with this last night. Not a whole lot going on, but it's primarily Christmas stuff. This is from the book that I just showed you, The Blossoming Rod. I made this little tag, which I really kind of like. So again, plenty of space to write and grow, and all primarily Christmas ephemera and Christmas pages. So this is the same thing, 2 signatures. The first one will be decorated, the second one will not. I got a lot of these Christmas graphics from Ideal Craft Books. I have about 8 of them. And then I have a big tote full of Christmas stuff, so I've just been gathering all year. This is vintage wrapping paper. Yeah, I bought a bunch of this beautiful wrapping paper from a vendor in Canada. I can't remember her name. I'll try and see if I can remember that. But and I've had this paper for a really long time. It's beautiful, green pine cones. Little lace kind of pocket there. You could slip something in there. So anyway, it's full of all kinds of different papers, which is the whole purpose of a junk journal. So this is the second signature, which would be Left Naked. This is probably my favorite book for using in junk journals. It's called The Little House, and this is the actual size of the book, and it chronicles the life of this little house that has a thriving life, and then it's abandoned, and then it's moved to the city. So it might even actually be the theme for that Disney movie that they made a few years back. I don't know, but it's a sweet little book with lots of great illustrations, and the page size is just perfect for putting in junk journals. I've actually just got my second copy of the book to deconstruct and include, so I've used it in quite a number of junk journals that I've made in the last couple of years. So that would be the end of this one. And then this one I haven't even really gotten too far on, but it's got these cool feathers on the cover, and it's going to be for a friend of mine who I just found out is leaving Seattle, so I gotta get my button gear on it before she heads out of town. But I'm going to include this, which is you put it together and make a bird, three-dimensional bird, so that will be included. This is sort of part of the process here. I just kind of collect things. This has a peacock in the inside of the envelope, and I just collect everything that has birds on it and set them aside. And this has a bird illustrations, and then I just start. This will be what I sew the signatures to, and then glue into the inside of the cover. I line the spine with Pringles cans cut to size. I'm giving my trade secrets away. And then I just kind of start playing with paper and clip things together. And this one I've used some of the original pages. I very carefully deconstructed it so that I could keep the spine, the page intact and use it as part of the signature. So then I just, play around with the paper, figure out how many pages I want to include in each one, clip them together. These will all be covered with heavy cardstock paper to protect the interior of each signature. This one will have 3 signatures usually I make my signatures with 16 sheets of paper, which gives you 64 pages of landscape in each signature. These I'm going to make 3 signatures probably with 10 pages in each. And and it'll be beautiful when it's done. Unfortunately, when I got the book and I was peeling off the price sticker, I created a little boo-boo on the front. So I'm going to have to figure out some sort of like bird feather type decoration to hide that flaw when I bind it. But it's called Birds of America. And it's a beautiful book. Has really great illustrations in, and I'm not using all of them, but I will include some extras for Mariko. So, and she's probably thinking I'm never going to get it done, but I've been distracted by a few other projects. So at any rate, that's just a slice of what I've got going on. And I have all kinds of projects in process. I have a basket full of completed junk journals that I need to decorate. They're all small format, so anyway, I'll maybe make another video another day and show you those. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year.